Morning, gang. Here we are. It's Thursday, Ascension Day for those of you that might want to know that. It's Ascension today. Welcome along. It's Thursday, the 21st of May, 2020, on another beautiful day outside. I'm feeling rather colourful this morning. We do like bright colours. Yeah, I try to put a little bit of colour and sparkle into your sad, lonely, pathetic lives. I really do. Who's with us early? James Humble, morning. Jason Hughes, Peter Wright, Andy, Fran Green, Gareth Loxton. Who else is here today? Let's have a look. Peter Wright, Fran Green is there. Morning. Charlie Ray. Morning, Charlie. Charlie is in the house. Charlie is my oh gosh, how am I going to do this? My brother-in-law's sister's daughter's son. That sound about right? Yeah. My brother-in-law's sister's daughter's son. Morning, Charlie. He does loads of TikTok videos, don't you? Morning to you, Charlie. All right. Hello to Mandy Davenport as well. Gavin Bass in the house. Thanks very much for your news story there, Gavin. I might even start with that, actually. Sean Pye there. Hello to Sean. And Diane Jebb, they're all our early people there. Chat amongst yourselves there, boys and girls. I'll be coming back to the chat box a little bit later on in the programme today. Yeah, very, very hot yesterday, I have to say. My God, was it hot. In fact, it did stop me, I was going to say breathing then. Some of you would like to see that, wouldn't you? Go on, be honest. You'd love to see me stop breathing, wouldn't you? Huh? It did stop me sleeping. Usually I have a couple of hours sleep in the afternoon. As you know, and I went to bed. I did it wrong. I went to bed and then turned on the air conditioning in the bedroom, which was rather hot. The bedroom was rather hot, not the air conditioning. And I should have turned it on sort of an hour before I went to bed. Do you know what I mean? To allow it time to cool down. But there you go, one of those things. So I had trouble sleeping. It doesn't help really if you've got quite a thick duvet on, does it? I've got 3 duvets. I've got a winter one, a spring-autumn one and a summer one, and the spring-autumn one was on there. So I've changed that. I changed that when I got up again last night. Went to Lidl yesterday. That was nice. No one in Lidl. This is the Lidl in Crowthorne. I've started going there because it's, as I say, it's half an hour away on my bike. So that's the exercise. And it never seems to be that busy in there. There's some lovely hanging baskets out the front. Some bloke had 3 hanging baskets. And I went in, no queue, went straight in, walked around with my 3M mask on, protecting myself against evilness and viruses and anything else like that. Done my shopping, came out, and there was a lady coming out there, and she'd parked her car near where my bike was. And I was just undoing my bike. I suddenly became aware of a lady standing about 2 metres away, very sensibly, with a mask on. I said, "Oh, are you here?" I said, "I won't be long. I'm just getting my bike out." She said, "Okay, then." And we'd have a little bit of a conversation with her, which turned into about a 10-minute chat, to be honest. Ever so nice she was. And then it turns out she comes from Bracknell as well. And she has started going there for the same reason that the Lidl seems to be quieter than the Audi, which is always quite busy, unless you go there late at night, sort of about 9:30. So I'm having a chat with her. I said, "All right then." I said, "Bye-bye now." She said, "I'll give you a toot. I'm probably driving up the same road." Okay. So got on my bike and off I went. And you only have to go on a little bit of the road, and then there's a shared pavement cycleway. You know, it's got the sign, cycle and pavement. Just before one of you says, "Oh, you're not allowed to cycle on the pavement," the sad, lonely, pathetic people that are always trying to get one over on me. I'm fully aware of you, my darlings. I could write a list of those people who do that. I seriously could write a list. Anyway, so I bumped up onto the curb and going along, and halfway sort of through. I mean, you're kind of driving through a forest really. Halfway through there, but it's like a main road. Halfway through there, beep. It was just a quick beep because I did warn her, please don't do a loud one, otherwise I'm likely to fall off the bike. Which you'd love to see, though, wouldn't you? Go on, be honest. You'd love to see me fall off a bike. You would, wouldn't you? I know you would. Don't lie to me. I know you would. So that's what I did. And came home, put all my shopping in the de-virusing department here. The de-virusing shed. Yes. All my shopping, when it gets here, as long as it's not got to go in the freezer or the fridge, it then goes into the shed and sits there for 4 or 5 days before I touch it. Yes, absolutely. And the freezer stuff gets sprayed with my spray bleach to destroy any viruses on that. I spray it with a bleach. I don't wipe it off. I spray it with a bleach and I just leave the cardboard packets and everything there in the kitchen. So that was all done. And lovely. Yeah, a lovely morning. As I say, very what am I doing here? Why does that say electric there? I don't know why that's that. Very hot yesterday. I fixed the chair a little bit better. You know, the one with the covers? It seems... Now, either I've got 2 different sized covers that they've sent me, or one chair is bigger than the other. Because one fits better. Neither of them fit properly, not like the old ones. So I've kind of had to do a little bit of a workaround with cable ties and things like that. You know, hidden. It doesn't look... You can't really tell. But cable ties and various other bits and pieces to try and sort of do them decently, but they're not as good as the original covers. Had I have known they were coming up like that, I probably wouldn't have bought them. £15 each, you see. But you know, you live and learn. One of those things. I tried to save a bit of money, but didn't quite work there. Oh, I've got a couple of videos to show you. No, one video to show you today, which is actually my video. I did it in the front garden. Some of you were asking to see the front garden, so I'll show you that a little bit later on in the show. Okay. And also there are some photographs that the delightful Mick Davenport has sent in today, boys and girls. If you'd like to see those photographs... we need... I don't know how many people are watching. My counter-upper seems to have got stuck. Like on 1. That you can't see that. I can see that. So that's obviously not working this morning. Oh, so I'll have to pick a random number. Let's make it quite low. 15. 15 likes to see Mick's lovely photos that he's sent in today, all right? So I've fixed the chair a little bit better. Sad news, really. The tiles that are... It's not been a very good week for DIY, Chris. It really has. You know I can't do these things. I don't even know why I try. I really don't know why I try. So I've told you about the chairs. Obviously, I've ordered the wrong thing there. Or it's not as I expected. Well, it looked the same on the pictures on the blooming eBay thing. £15 each. They're not like cheap, are they? You know? I think that's quite a lot of bit for a couple of bits of old material, dear. They're well stitched and all that. They're good quality, but they just don't seem to be the right size. I just assumed that all directors' chairs, that's the wooden things with the material there and there, I just assumed they'd all be the same size. Clearly not. You know. But what I can't work out is how the bottom bit fits. That's where your bum sits on it. But the back bit is either too big or too small, depending what way you put it on. Can't work that out. Anyway, we'll see how it goes with my cable ties and things. Oh, dear me. So, the tiles. Yep, I put some ceramic tiles above my door. Okay, that was yesterday, day before yesterday. And I put them up with one of my favourite things to buy from the DIY place. Although I ordered it off Amazon. No more nails. Now, I've used this stuff quite a lot. Right? I've got other tiles on the wall outside, which are up with it. And literally, I put them on the wall. I move them around a little bit like that. Then I put tape on them to hold them there. And usually a couple of nails underneath as well, you know, to take the weight while the thing dries. Okay? So I thought, okay, let's take off the tape now. It's been sort of over 24 hours. 1 minute I'm cold in here. The next minute I'm hot. So I've got up the ladder and I've carefully... And as I've removed the tape, there were 3 tiles I put up. A large one, which admittedly was quite heavy. I was a bit concerned with that one, but 2 smaller ones. Now, I do have a large one up on another part of the wall, and it's perfectly right. It's absolutely solid on this wall, right? So I've taken the tape off, and as I've taken the tape off, it moved. I thought, oh, no, it hasn't stuck. Anyway, and I grabbed hold of it, and with no effort at all, it just came straight off the wall. I thought, well, that's odd. It's been up there 24 hours. You would have thought that was enough time for that stuff to dry. Anyway, it must be the weight of the thing. So then I went to the smaller tiles, like normal sized tiles, probably like what you've got in your garden there. And I give that a little touch. That came off as well. And the other one, all 3 of them, they didn't stick. And I thought, well, that's strange. That's very, very strange. So it's tiles on brick wall. Okay? This no more nails. It says it should be able to do that. And I'm thinking, well, blow me down. I can understand perhaps one not sticking, but all three, what have I done wrong here? On closer inspection of the No More Nows, I bought the blooming interior one, haven't I? Oh, dear. Whereas the one, I've stuck the other ones off. I'm pretty sure it was the exterior one. So I put the, again, something I've done wrong. I'm so useless with DIY. Absolutely useless with it. Really. Really. I mean, you wait to see the repair I done on the hole on the shed. I meant to video that yesterday. I forgot to do it. I just cannot do DIY. Why is that? I could sit here and talk for 10 hours non-stop, but I can't put a nail in a wall without doing some sort of damage. Here in the studio here, you can't see it. In front of me are some very large holes where I've where I've tried to put a shelf up, you see? I've drilled the holes, right? And then I've got my raw plug, pushed it up, it's gone in the hole. And dropped down in between the, I don't know what it is, plasterboard or stuff. So I've got a larger one. Put that in. That's dropped down as well. And when I have got one in, I start turning the screw and the raw plug turns as well. How do you do these things? I can't do them. Isn't it funny? Cannot do these things to save my life. Up at the caravan, right? I bought these 3 sockets. You know, 3 in a row. And it said on the instructions, this replaces one socket, just screw it over the top. So I turned off the electric in the caravan, took the old one off, put the new one on. No, doesn't work, doesn't fit. Nothing fits. Who's making this stuff? Is it all coming from another country, dear? All coming from China where they've got different size holes? Nothing works for me. Seriously. Just hopeless. Hopeless at the DIY, but never mind. I had my lunch under my parasol thing. I don't think it's called a parasol. It's not in the middle of the table, right? It's to the side of it. And you turn a little handle and it opens up like that. It's wonderful. You can't, I hate sitting under the sun eating. I can't bear that. So I put that up. I sat outside and had my lunch yesterday, which was quite nice. The other chair covers I told you about that were on my dining room chairs, they've washed well. They're quite clean, but they blooming well look so worn. And there's bits where the cat's obviously been scratching, and I think I'm going to replace those. Again, see, this is the thing with this. Now, my sister and my niece Tracy have both told me that to buy the material, it's really easy to do. But this is what the blokes say to me when I do DIY. Oh, it's really easy. Oh, and I muck it up every single time. So I can see what's going to happen here. I'll buy the material and I'll cut it wrong. I'll lay it on the thing and cut it as it looks, or measure it or something like that. Then I'll put it on and it'll either be too short or too big, or there'll be a crease somewhere or something like that. I can't bloom it, and it's frustrating. Believe me, it's really frustrating trying to do something knowing that you can't actually do the damn job. Very, very strange indeed. Now, my likes are not going up. The viewers are not, nothing's going up this morning, so I don't know exactly where we are. I'm not quite sure where we are with this. Let me see if I can look it up on the same screen you're looking, because I won't know that we've got the 15 likes that we need to show you mixed delightful videos today. Let me see if I can look it up on somewhere else. One moment now. What do I need to put down? That one there. That might work actually. Let's see if that works, and I'll be able to tell the things there. 10. Okay, we need another 5 likes. Another 5 likes, boys and girls. And I'll happily show... Oh, 11 now. Yep, that's working. Well, that kind of works, doesn't it? Okay, that sort of works. Yep, excellent. Gavin sent in an email earlier, boys and girls. You can now get a test for coronavirus at Superdrug. Yes, indeed. Test to show if you have had coronavirus is now for sale at Superdrug. All right? How much is it? How much? A test to find out whether you had coronavirus is now on sale from Superdrug and will reveal the results within 2 days. The high street chain says the antibody test is 97.5% sensitive and has 100% specificity. I don't know what that means. Which means it will not give a positive result if you have no coronavirus antibodies. The test can only be ordered online, and a questionnaire must be filled out first, which will then be reviewed by a doctor. The results of your test should be ready within 2 days after our partner lab receives your sample, Superchatters said on its website. When your results are ready, a message will be sent to your account and a prepaid envelope is provided for posting your sample. How much? £69. Now, if that had been 20 quid, 25 quid maybe, I would have sent off for that. Because I'd like to know. I had a bit of illness, as you know, back in, when was it? It was before all this, back in, I think February, early March, February. And I had to take a couple of days off work and I have no idea what it was. So I'd like to know if that was it. But 69 quid, Jesus Christ. I wonder how many people, I suppose all the really rich people will be buying something like that, won't they? Yep, so that's the coronavirus test. Oh, by the way, in the show today, of course, we'll be doing our Superchatters raffle. Okay, that's in the show today. Our Superchatters raffle. And here's the prize. Someone's going to win our last clock today. That will be happening a little bit later on, boys and girls. Okay, there does seem to be, I have to say, a little bit of a problem with the screen I see in front of me today. You can, if you want, I better scroll up actually. You can, if you want, before we do the raffle, you can, if you want, send a tip if you want to. Okay, and for every £1 tip you'll send, I will give you free of charge a pink raffle ticket, and there's one there actually. The chat thing is very funny today. It's not just a chat, it's all the information in front of me. It's not coming up properly, so I'll have to keep an eye on that, all right? So, Andy. Thank you very much, Andy. All right. Couple of tickets for Andy there as a thank you for his tip there. 227. And 228 for Andy. Andy comes to play. La 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 la. Andy comes to play. La 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 la. Now don't forget, if you can't afford, if you're going to miss money, okay, you know, you can't afford to spend money, please do not send me a tip. Because I wouldn't be able to sleep at night, to be honest. I really wouldn't. Mick Davenport's $3.99 super chat. That gets you 4 tickets there, Mick. Thank you, Mick. Mick Davenport. I've got lots in the show for you today. There's it has to be said, the newspapers are starting to talk about other stuff rather than the virus. And the last few days, 2 there, Mick Davenport, 2 there. Okay, Mick Davenport, those 2. 229 and 230 and 231 and 232 for you there, Mick. I've put Dick Davenport, look. I put Dick, look. I don't know why I did that. Sorry, Mick. And there's another 2 for you there. Okay. There we are. Let's just scroll up a little bit and see if anyone else has done one there. I'm not seeing your other messages at the moment. All right. Charlie, Paige, Haley, they've been out yesterday. Good. Peter Wright has sent in a £1 tip there. So let's give Peter 1. 233. Yes. This. I don't know why that's not working today. Let me have a look at the other numbers. See if those other numbers are working. No, nothing is going up anywhere. It's kind of frozen. All my numbers screen is frozen for some reason. And I can't do anything about that. There you go. 233 for Peter Wright there. Where are we now? In the old thing there. And we'll be doing that a little bit later on. Anyone else there? No? Is that it? Okay. Let's try not to miss those out because it's very kind of you. Right. Okie doke, gang. All right. There we are. Good. So that's bit there. My mate came round yesterday. And I have to say, I was bitten. I was bitten, not by him, fortunately. If I was bitten by my mate, I'd be dead now. With the viruses that he carries in him. Full of it here. I haven't got my text message thing on. Absolutely full of viruses and things like that. No, not him. What happens? Oh, blimey, you've gone mad now, haven't you? Jesus. Colin. 2 for Colin. 2 for Colin. Let's just get these out of the way and we can carry on. 2, 3, 4 for Colin. What is it? Colin K. Colin K. Colin K. 2, 3, 4 and 2, 3, 5. There you go. Colin K. 2, 3, 4 and 2, 3, 5. There you go, Colin. And I think Trevor there as well. 2 for Trevor as well. 2 for Trevor as well. If you didn't see the show yesterday, we got some new prizes, boys and girls. And I will show you that after we've done the Super Chat raffle. All right, where's Trevor's gone? Oh, Trevor, I've missed you. Trevor. There you go, Trevor. 236 and 237 for you, Trevor. This is for the clock, which we'll be doing a little bit later on in the show today. All right, Trevor Campbell. Let's just... so sorry, gang. There we are. That's the text things. There we go. The things on there now. Right, text phone is on now. There we are. All right. There we are. There's nothing coming in there. Good. Excellent. Oh, Rizza Destiny. You're new, aren't you? Welcome to the show there. Morning to John Parrish. You never mean. What's you never mean? You never mean. You know. No, I wouldn't let him in here, mate. Oh, Shania, 199 for Shania. Shania's going to have another little go there as well. Let me just sort these out because we don't want to miss people out. Shania. It's not Shania Twain. A lot of people think it's Shania Twain there. Thank you, Shania. 238 and 239. Thank you for the tip, Shania. There you are, darling, all right? Was that music any good to you I sent last night, by the way? The O Salutaris there. O Salutaris. Is that everyone? There we are. It's up there, up there. There we are. I think that's up there. Excellent. There we are. Sometimes, just give us a little chance to spot everything going on there, all right, my darlings? Enter your Apple ID on Super Chat. Good. Lovely. All right. Where are we now? Yes, so it wasn't in that bit of me. What happens is he comes round, usually in the afternoon. It's not a problem in the afternoon. But nighttime, he's come round a couple of times in the nighttime and put a chair in the corner, put one where I am. And we have a cup of tea and we chat. No telly. We just chat for a couple of hours, actually, about random stuff, to be honest. Random stuff. But we get bitten at night. We've noticed that. We do get bitten at night. These tiny little they're so tiny, these flies. How could they do so much damage to a leg? And I've got wise to this, though. And as the dark comes, it seems to get worse. So I go in and put a pair of tracksuit bottoms and a long-sleeved thing on and sit there. A little bit too warm, but it's better than being bitten all over. The worst time that happened was in Cyprus, I think. Oh, it's awful. Over where my niece is, and there's a lot of mosquitoes over there. And, you get bitten left, right and centre. Then you get into bed at night and all your legs are all hot. And you think, why are my legs all hot? And then you look down, there's all these red marks all over them. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Good. And what else have we got here? Oh, Naga Monchetti. Naga Monchetti, my favourite breakfast type person. Miss Smarty Pants. She's always got an answer. I do like her. And she's beautiful. She just texted someone. Someone's tweeted her. And they've said, what's his name? BBN Richie. Another one of these sad, lonely keyboard warriors who's got nothing better to do than send off moaning tweets and messages to people. Do you know anyone like that, my darlings? Do we know anyone like that, I wonder? Anyway, it says, how miserable it is to wake up and see Charlie Stage. Who's that then? Oh, that must be the bloke who was presenting. Is it Charlie? Yeah, Charlie, that's him, isn't it? Charlie State and BBC Naga on TV. They really are the most vacuous, uninteresting pair of non-entities to pollute the airways. Well, he's got a point, I suppose. Add the little squeaky and annoying Mike breakfast, and I want to stick a fork in an electrical socket. And Naga's replied to it, you sound like a lovely person. Be careful with the fork. That's how to do it. That's how to do it. Reply to them, dear. Reply to them in the same pathetic, ridiculous messages, in the same tone that they speak to you. I like to think that I speak in the same tone as someone speaks to me. I'll see how you speak to me first, and I'll come back to you in the same stupidity or the same respect that one has given. Do you know what I mean? Now, take, for example, the lady I was chatting to outside Lidl. What a lovely lady. And I spoke to her in the same tone that she speaks to me, you know. And that's how I like to talk to people. You talk to me aggressively, I'll talk to you exactly the same way back. It goes for messages as well. Good morning to Maureen this morning. Very good morning to you, Maureen there. The chat box is working. Yes, they're flying up there. Chat box, but the numbers aren't working for some reason in front of me. I can't see numbers going up and down all the time, but it doesn't matter anyway, does it? So that was Ronnie. I saw another video of people. Oh my God. I mean, McDonald's in Sutton, I think it was. McDonald's drive-through in Sutton. I think it was the Sutton one. Might have been one of the others. Apparently reopened yesterday. You can't imagine the amount of cars that were queuing up. Put it this way. So these cars are queuing up through the driving thing, and they come right the way back and along a road. There must have been 80 cars queuing to get into McDonald's drive-through in Sutton yesterday. And it was so bad, right, that cars that weren't going had to drive in the middle of the road to get past this queue of traffic. I mean, how can it be people are so desperate to get a McDonald's? I just don't get it. Now, we didn't have McDonald's when I was a child. We had fish and chips, and we had sweet shops and off licenses if you wanted to get like a bag of crisps or something like that. But, you know, and they, to be fair, they were never closed for a long period of time. But I cannot imagine that I'd want to queue up for hours on end trying to go and get a McDonald's. And they would be. You don't tell me 90 cars is going to be through there in half an hour. I don't think so. No, they sit in their car with the engine ticking over, no doubt, because I haven't got the brightness to turn the engine. Mind you, you keep moving forward anyway, so you'd be on and off like that, unless you've got one of the automatic on-off. A lot of the modern cars turn the engine off, on and off anyway when they're sitting there for any period of time, don't they? It's just... can't believe it. Can't believe the amount of people that were queuing up in this queue, but there we are. You may have seen it where you are. I don't know. I've seen the KFC queues as well. The queues outside KFC. It's untrue, isn't it? Absolutely untrue. Anyway, so that's the McDonald's thing. Mick's going out for a little drive later. How are we doing on those likes? Let's have a look. I'll have to refer to my other thing here. Oh, right, 19 likes. Okay, that gets you Mick's mixed pictures. Are you ready for Mick Davenport? Is our most what would you say? The person that provides the most photographs on this show. If there was a certificate and a prize, Mick, then I'd give it to you. But there's nothing. Nothing. Not a thing. Not a sausage, not a pen, a badge, a cup, nothing. There's nothing. Mix is actually sending an awful lot of stuff to show you. So I'm very pleased to show you this. First of all, Mix cake. I've slowed down the way the pictures change, so they should stay on the screen a little bit longer. I've only just worked out how to do that. All right, so here we go. Here's Mix. Beautiful cakes there. Oh, hang on a minute. He's sent a story in as well there. Where's the story? Mixed story. Here we are. Lemon and elderflower cupcakes. Don't they look delicious? Yes, please. Right, now here's some more garden pictures and our cat Norton's grave. Now, which bit's the cat then? Which bit is the grave? Is all that? I'm not sure what that is. Mika, tell us. Where is the grave? Is it underneath all that stuff? Oh, do you know, you got the same windmill as me. I had that windmill, but I've chucked it away now because the solar thing died and I couldn't repair it. was full of spiders and things. Ah, there it is. That's the cat's grave, isn't it? Oh, how lovely to have a little grave to your cat like that. Oh, I'm touched by that. Really touched. And look at all those wonderful things that she's got there. Oh, you see that? Oh, you see that flamingo you've got? I've got one of those, which you will see shortly. Wonderful. That is wonderful. And those cakes are absolutely delicious. Oh, Mick, well done with those. They look like just like something you bought in a professional baker's, don't they? You're not an amateur cook at all, are you, Mick? Mick, have you got any, like, we'll watch them again, shall we? Have you got any, like, qualifications on cake making or anything like that as a matter of interest? Oh, yes, please. Everyone's liking the look of those. Gavin likes the look of those. Claire says Mick is your most dedicated fan. His shrine of merchandise is so touching, it moves you to tears. So does a kick where it hurts as well. It's moving me. Oh, I haven't got tissue now. Oh, hang on a minute. Let me see if I can find a tissue. No, I can't. Here's a tissue. Oh, it's moving me to tears, Mick. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I've got someone as dedicated as you, my darling. All right? Andy says, the cakes look lovely. Wish I was next door to you. So do I. Can you imagine him turning up with a box of cakes like that? Yes, please. Well, I can't see what you've just sent there, Rachel. They're not spiders, are they? Gavin said they look nice. Jason says they're photoshopped. He's just jealous, Mick. Don't take the notice of him, dear. You know, he cooks soup and burns that, Jason Hughes, I've heard. He does soup. That's what I had last night. I wasn't hungry last night. Funny, isn't it? I just had a tin of Heinz tomato soup and a bread roll last night. Peter Wright said they look yummy as well. They were for the wheelman. What is the wheelman? I don't know what that is. I don't know what the wheelman is. I've no idea what the wheelman is. Morning, Rachel. Riz's Destiny. Is it Riz's Destiny there? And yeah, Trevor's gone. Okay, bye, Trevor. By the way, when we do the Super Chat raffle, you don't actually need to be here, okay? If you have to disappear somewhere, don't worry. It's drawn, and then that's it. We don't pull it until someone else has won. So that will sit there until someone done. Okay, thank you for that, Mick. Let's do a couple of stories. Oh, technical question, lads. One of you lads may be able to come up with an answer for this. I would like to be able to move one of my cameras around, right? So that now this one is actually not connected to the system anymore. The white light's on, but it's on the other computer. This was bad quality camera. This was the one that was here, and it was just, I don't know. There's something wrong with it. Anyway, what I want to do is have a little button, not expensive, okay? Have a little button so that I can push it and it will move like that, slowly, possibly around like that, okay? How can I do that? Now, I've thought of silly things, all right? Like, I have an electric train set, seriously, right? And I thought perhaps I could attach it to the top of one of my engines and turn it on and it would move around a track like that. But that could be quite a lot of work. I'd have to... I don't think that's possible in here. When I look around, I can't see that possible. Although it could go up there, I suppose, like that. But I'd have to have a piece of wood going all the way around, holding the track. And also, I'm not sure how smooth that would be. It'd be no good if it was going like this, right? That would be no good. It's got to be smooth. I've looked online, can't find anything. I can find things like for proper big cameras, right? But I can't find something where I could literally push a button and it would move slowly like that and around. So I don't know if anyone's got any ideas on that. I also discovered what are those hanging things? You know, like what you go up snow mountains? Little models of those, which literally hang. And I thought perhaps I could have something up there hanging from the ceiling and it would move around like that. But again, I think it would probably be a bit noisy because it's just like a model thing, you know. And I think it would be a bit jittery. So we're not sure what to do with that. Andy says use a turntable. I don't have a turntable. And it would have to be very slow as well. A turntable. So that if it was a large... Yeah, a large turntable. Large turntable, possibly, yeah. I see where you're coming from there. Table. It would be... So that would go round like that in the corner. That would do what I'm looking for, I think. Possibly something like that. Yeah, well done. Cable car. Thank you, Rachel. Cable car was the thing we were thinking about there. Cable car, but I think that would, as it's a model, it would be a little bit jittery, and that would be no good. Turntable would be smooth. Turntable would be smooth, but how would you slow it down? Oh, actually, you can probably buy turntables. I bet you can buy a turntable on eBay. Not necessarily a record turntable, but a turntable. Yeah, a large one like that, perhaps, and put that in the corner. Thanks very much. That's a good one. Employ me as your cameraman, Peter. Peter also says, noticeable how much more traffic activity there is. The town's going to be a ghost town. Here we are. Yes. You mean because of people dying? I have a terrible feeling about that. I have a terrible feeling about that. Glad you enjoyed the TikTok video there. Andy with the baked beans. Oh, Mick's just bought a new oven. 750 quid. You're getting too much money, Mick. I'll be on the phone, mate. Yes. Morning to fun things to do with tech. Pottery wheel. That would probably... Oh, they're big things, aren't they? They're big, heavy things, they are. I think turntable. I'll look up turntables next when we finish a show. See if I can find something on there. Just a little idea I've got for the beginning of the show. It'd be quite nice to have a little bit of movement now and again, you know, rather than it's static all the time. I mean, I've got other cameras, of course, you know, 1, 2, 4. Got a few cameras in here, and you know, that one there. But it'd be quite nice to have something that moves now and again, I think. Be quite a nice thing there. Rachel loves gadgets. Was Fran say something there? What's that? What's she going on about there? What are you going on about there, Fran? What are you moaning about? Are you moaning today? £50 an hour, Andy says. Christ, that's a lot of money. Yeah, we love gadgets. Oh, I love gadgets. I can't always get them going there. Good. It looks like the Sun has found one of our old viewers, boys and girls. I'm pleased to report that the Sun has found one of our old viewers that was watching some time ago. In the Sun today. The skeleton of a 300,000-year-old elephant with giant tusks has been unearthed in Germany. I didn't know we had viewers in Germany, and all that time ago as well. The amazing ancient remains show that the creature had been killed and eaten by Stone Age hunters. The elephant skeleton with its 8-foot tusks was found near an ancient lake. It's almost completely intact with 3 legs, a lower jawbone and ribs easily distinguishable. Around 30 small flint flakes, sharpening tools and even bit marks around it suggest that it was feasted upon by hungry hunters. Eating away, dear. Eating. The creature was a species called the Eurasian straight-tusked elephant, which is now extinct. Poor elephant, dear. They've been eating it. It's one of our old viewers. The type of elephant roamed across Europe and Western Asia during Middle and late Pleistocene. 781,000 years before present. Recent discovery was made at a site in Germany. Isn't that interesting? You imagine coming across something like that, like old coins or bones. You know, across bones. How many have you? You know, I've got discarded X's buried in your garden in pieces. I'm sure 1 or 2 of you got something like that. 360 laps video remote control. 360 laps video. Sounds like an expensive thing, is it? Remote. Thank you. I'll make a note of that as well. I haven't got a cat anymore, Peter. No cat anymore, I'm afraid. Poor cat. No cats. I had 3 at one point. Be very careful when you send engravement instructions in the Daily Mirror this morning. Daniel from Manchester orders his fiancée a personalised gin glass for her 30th birthday. And I laughed out loud when I read this one earlier before I brought it to you. I read everything before I bring it to you. But she opened it and she burst into tears of laughter. A man who wanted to surprise his girlfriend with a personalised gift has revealed the rookie mistake he made. Daniel purchased a gin glass for his fiancée Hayley's 30th birthday and thought it would be a thoughtful touch to have a message engraved on it. He tried to add "Happy 30th Birthday Princess" to the keepsake glass, but accidentally he engraved it with this instead. He's obviously filled in the wrong box, and the engraving on the glass says, "Can we have it delivered before Monday if possible, as that's her 30th. Nice one." I love it. That's the sort of thing I'd do. Oh dear. He tried to add the happy 30th birthday princess to the glass, but accidentally engraved it with the delivery instructions instead. And he only realised the moment Hayley opened the gift and burst into tears of laughter. I love it. In delicate white writing, that's what it said on there. Sky customer service representative Daniel didn't understand why the engraving company hadn't flagged up the odd message. Oh, they don't read the stuff. Oh, you can't believe the thickness of some people. It's like, here, years ago, I had the double glazing done here. Anglian windows, a little bit dearer than most, but I wanted a good job. That was 25 years ago, and they never blew. They still haven't blown. Good quality windows, I have to say, from Anglian. And, so the bloke come round and fitted him. He said, "Oh, they've sent one wrong." I said, "Okay, what they done wrong?" He said, "Well, we ordered, so if you got, glass, and the bit at the bottom where your foot would be was I don't know what it is, it's some sort of board stuff. I think it's metal, actually. Metal one side, metal the other side, and a bit of wood in the middle. And I think that becomes, you can have that instead of glass." So what did they do? They did glass, board, glass. I mean, how thick can you be? They don't look at instructions properly. I swear half the time, people. Do they? They really don't. Mind you, I could be the same. At my biology O-level, I got a lot of that wrong because I didn't read the instructions properly. I'm not an instruction reader. Do you read instructions when you put stuff together? Do you? Do you read instructions when you put stuff together? I would imagine the ladies read instructions before they put stuff together. Do you, girls? I think it's the blokes that don't read stuff. I certainly don't. I'll try, and then I'll read the instructions, and find out that perhaps I shouldn't have put that extra hole in that I thought should have been there in the first place. There was a page that asked what you wanted on the glass, and below there was "add a note to the business section." I must have mixed them up. I only realised the morning when she opened it was chaos. Daniel from Manchester continued. She was over the moon when she saw the gift bag. Then when she opened it, she started crying. But she was laughing. She had tears rolling out of her eyes. It wasn't cheap. 25 quid. And got it gift wrapped as well. But never mind. I mean, it's all part of the fun of life, isn't it? All part of the fun of life. Okay. Do you eat strawberries? Who eats strawberries? Now, I don't buy them anymore, because I found that I would buy them, put them in the fridge. I'll have those later. Then it comes like, I'll have them tomorrow. Then tomorrow, I'll have them the next day. And then they're gone. You've got to eat strawberries really quickly. Blueberries keep a lot longer than strawberries. I bought some blueberries down at the Lidl yesterday. But strawberries, you've got to eat them fairly quickly, haven't you? Well, again in the Daily Mirror today, a trend being shared on that fantastic website, TikTok, shows people leaving strawberries to soak in salt water for up to half an hour, and then you get bugs and dirt coming out as a result. Oh my God. Who's done this one before? If you're enjoying eating strawberries, you're going to want to stop reading this right now, because you might be about to be put off ever eating the fruit again. TikTok has taught us many things. We love TikTok. Rachel is the TikTok queen on this channel. Fantastic video she does. She really does. You've got to watch Rachel's TikTok videos. TikTok has taught us many things that we never thought we needed to know. But one trend we wish we could unsee is one where users claim tiny bugs come out of the strawberries after they've been left to soak in salt water. Little bugs. They're probably completely harmless. Otherwise, we'd all be dead by now, to be honest. But nevertheless, to know that that would come out of strawberries is kind of putting me off a bit. You watch strawberry sales die off completely now because someone's reported this in the Mirror. Videos posted online show users filling bowls with water and adding a good amount of salt and waiting for it to dissolve. Then they drop in some strawberries straight from the container and leave them to sit in the water for anywhere between 5 minutes and an hour. Zooming in, they then show what they believe to be tiny little bugs walking around on the surface of the fruit, and it's enough to make your skin crawl. Isn't that scary, boys and girls? After many of the videos proved to be inconclusive, people turned to a user who goes by the name of That Nat Chats for help. She's already racked up millions of views for her videos showing things like eyelashes and hair under a microscope, and demands flooded in for a close-up of a strawberry to see if the theory was correct. Slicing off thin layers from the surface, she puts it under the objective lens under the microscope to reveal what looks pretty undeniably to be little critters running around on the surface of the strawberry. Captioned in the clip, "You better wash your strawberries," it says more than 50 million viewers and left plenty of people a little freaked out. One replied, "This may make me not ever eat strawberries again." Another wrote, "Half the time I forget to wash, so thanks for ruining my day." A third comment, "Well, there goes my favourite fruit." Wow. She wrote, "After nearly 25 years of living, that TikTok video has taught me how to wash strawberries. They are filled with tiny bugs and tons of dirt." Awful. If you're a strawberry lover, the good news is that if they really do contain bugs, you've been eating them for years and it's done you no harm. Done you no harm. The bad news is that you now know about it. Evilness on strawberries. Be afraid. Be very, very afraid. I don't think I'll be eating strawberries for a while. Oh, how awful. Little bugs running around like that. Let's see what you're saying there. Fran says, "My bloke, that's the first thing he does." As in read the instructions, fair enough. Mandy is always instructing Mick. "I always read the instructions," says Rachel. "Do you think we can't do anything without instructions?" Well, I can't. I thought you might be the same, Rachel. I can't. Can't do DIY. Dreadful, isn't it? Isn't it funny? Why can I not do that? My brother-in-law's always said, he doesn't believe no one can do nothing. You have to be taught. Well, I've watched videos and that and how to put shelves up. I've seen the bloke drilling the hole and putting the raw plug in. So why is it when I do it, it goes straight in? Ow, you've made the hole too big. No, not when I push it in. I haven't. It gets stuck and then you turn it and it goes in. I can't do these things. Cannot do these things to save my life, I tell you. Mind you, can you sit here and talk for 2 hours? And put up with all the BS that comes through sometimes? Can you do that? No, probably not. There we are. So we all do our own thing, don't we? Fran, raspberries are the worst. What, is that for little insects and things, Fran? I remember, Mum, we used to go blackberry picking over Wimbledon Common. There were bushes and bushes of blackberries over Wimbledon Common. And we used to go blackberry picking over there. And my mum would bring them back and she'd put them in a bowl of water, these blackberries. And later on, there'd be all sorts coming out of those, worms and things like that. But she would then sort of, I don't know what she did to them after that. Little things would come out of these blackberries. Seriously. Little things would come out of these blackberries. And I think, what did she do? I think she washed them, got rid of the stuff, washed them again, and then she just cooked them into various bits and pieces. Don't know what she did with those. So presumably there's fruit in all sorts of things like this, isn't there, really? All sorts of stuff there's these insects in. That's raspberries. Claire sometimes reads the instructions when it goes the wrong way. Yeah, I mean, it's when it goes wrong, Claire. You know, that TV still won't turn on no matter how times you then the instruction book comes out. TVs are one of the worst things to set up now, aren't they? God. God on the days where you just twisted that little button until you found the channel. So much easier. Let's have a look there. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 1. Windows by design. Sorry, we're not counting up there. Who's Rachel can count up to 3? What's the counting up to 3? I don't get that. Pain and suffering coming from Mandy. Incidentally, those of you that don't realise that, Mandy is full within her right to dish out pain and suffering on her own as she thinks it should be without instruction from me. Just in case you didn't know that, she has full permission. Well, she doesn't need permission. Mandy don't need permission for nothing. I'm telling you that now. She just does it. She can dish out pain and suffering without any instruction from me at all, or without any request from me at all. Peter used to sell double glazing, did you really? Well, Fran's got strawberries in the border. Lovely. You can get hanging ones as well, can't you? You can actually get hanging ones as well there. Right, good morning to Michael Pullman, just joining us there. Right, what else have we got here? We're going to do the Super Chatter raffle very, very shortly now, okay? One more story. Right, Claire, one more story and then we'll do the Super Chatter raffle. Here's an excellent idea. Here is an excellent idea, boys and girls. In the metro today, I'm just going to cover over the messages for a moment. I'm being put off there. Dad creates arcade. Have you got kids at home? You need little ones for this. If they're teenagers, you might get a smack in the mouth. Okay? Don't try this with anyone over the age of 12. And even if it's 12, you'll need 2 people instead of 1. Here it goes. In the metro today, Dad has created an arcade-style grabber game for his daughter using a bin and a bathtub. This is fantastic. The kids are going to love this. I know that Emily, George, excuse me. I think I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me, dear. Dear me, excuse me. Emily, George, any of my great nieces or great nephews, Harry, Evie, would love this. I could see Gary doing this. With kids bored of lockdown, lots of parents are recreating their favourite games or days out of home. Who can forget the dad who filled his house with 250 balls to turn it into a soft play centre? The whole house, he bought those, you know those little balls? The little passport one that you get in, like, I think soft play areas and things like that. He bought a load of them, filled the entire house. I bet his missus went mad. I probably not got them. Probably lives on his own. Dads do that. Dads are the fun ones. You know that is true. Dads are the fun. Mums come along. Oh, let's put another piece of cotton and wool around them. Dads are chucking them up in the air. I used to do that. You know, who was it now? It was Harry and Evie. Can't do it with Evie now. She's a bit too big, and actually probably Harry's a bit too big for me to be able to lift him and chuck him up in the air. I literally used to chuck him up in the air like that. My sister went mad. Stop that! You're going to hurt him! You're going to hurt him! Martin's sitting there laughing. Gary's laughing. Chuck him up. Higher! Yeah, higher! Oh, no, that was it. It was the TikTok. I used to do this is before TikTok came out. I was the TikTok leader, you know. Used to get them by the arms and literally swing. That's it. I remember now. I used to lay them down on their sides and they put one arm up and one leg up on the side. So those two, right? And I'd pick them up and swing them like that. Tick-tock. Tick-tock. And at the time, Harry couldn't speak properly. He hadn't developed his language yet. And he would just say, higher, higher. He could do certain words. Higher, Chris, higher. I'm swinging him like that. He's almost touching the ceiling. My sister's going mad. Put him down, you're going to hurt him, you're going to hurt him. No, I'm sorry. Fathers and men are we are the fun side of things. The ladies look after them. Little bits of cotton wool around there. Oh, what do you want now? No fun at all. No, what is wrong, ladies? No fun at all. But one dad has managed to keep his daughters entertained using a bin and a bathtub. He filmed a hilarious video of his homemade arcade style grabber machine. Is seen dipping his daughter Paris, 3, into a bath full of toys while holding her by the ankles. So one of the other kids, Lauren, who's 11, is seen controlling the human grabber with a joystick made out of a kitchen bin. So what he's got is a kitchen bin like that. He's got a piece of paper with arrows on it. Forward, back, left, right. Okay? And on top of that, he's got something else. What has he got on there? A screwdriver. He's got a screwdriver here. He got his brand new bin. Now, I would do this for amusement. I would absolutely... If I had something brand new and I thought it was going to make someone laugh, I would still do this. Is then puncture a hole in the top of his brand new bin, put the bit of paper on the top, shove the screwdriver in the middle of the 4 arrows. Right? He's then got the little... Is it little girl or little boy? Oh, irrelevant. He's then got the other child, the smaller one, and is holding this... He's got a bathtub full of toys, right? He's then holding this kid by its ankles, and then the older one is moving the joystick, and he moves the child accordingly. To the left, to the right, and then there's a button. He's put grab. So she pushes this grab picture, little picture of the word grab, and then he goes down. The kid grabs a toy, picks it up, and he moves it over to the side, and then the kid drops the toy. Oh, it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, here we go. Here comes the mother. Here comes the mother. Jade, the mother, was not impressed. I said, listen, I know this is going to get 1 million views, so it's worth stabbing a hole in the bin. It's titanium. He paid 60 quid for the bin and I just punted a hole in it. I didn't care. No, I wouldn't either. The wife was not impressed. Surprise, surprise. No sense of humour, some of these people, I'll tell you that now. What's wrong, ladies? Why can't you have a laugh like we can? Why is that? Why is that? I think that's an excellent idea. What a great thing to do that was. Morning to LaBelle today. Morning, LaBelle. Morning to you. Anyone else tried something like that? I think that's an excellent do. Sean says, mums are the fun ones. Look at Wonder Woman. She's off her nut. I never said that. It's Sean. Don't blame me. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Right, I think we're now due. Rachel, my son is 16 and I still give him piggybacks down the stairs. They do love danger. They absolutely love danger to small children. They do. I know that for a fact. When I was doing that DJing in France, it's about 10 years ago now, at a skiing resort. So I'm trying to do this skiing, and it wasn't for me, dear. Not those boots. Who's been skiing? Anyone done skiing? Those boots. How painful are they to wear? Not only are they painful to wear when you're walking, not on snow, out of the little room where you put the boots on. And then you walk along a path to get to the snow. Oh my God, they're the worst things ever. I hated it. Anyway, so I'm carefully trying to move along this amateur snow bit where we were trying to learn how to ski. It was like that. It was flat, or maybe like that. Just a tiny bit there, right? Next to us are these hills. Kids, 5, 6, 7-year-olds hurtling down these hills at the speed of light. I kid you not. That is absolutely true. No fear. There was I. I wasn't that old at the time. I was about 40, I suppose. I think I was about 40, 42. There I am on my amateur, slowly edging my way forward with these poking things. Don't know what they're called. Poking things like that. Moving a little bit further along. And at one point, I slid about 3 inches. I was very proud of that. I actually slid about 3 inches before it come to another stop, and then I carried on. Kids just at the hill up there, 5, 6, 7 years old, flying down this hill. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I didn't see the excitement of it though, funnily enough. It's a little bit like when they're on bikes. Over the forest, you see these old people, like sort of the same age as me, and they're going along like that, fairly careful. These kids are flying past, doing wheelies like that, up on the wheel on the back, and then they come to a branch. Do they go round it? No, they bang over it and fly up in the air and land back down again and carry on. God, no fear, children. In fact, and I think you're absolutely right, Rachel, they love danger. They absolutely love danger. They really do. Bambi on ice. Morning, your emerald-eyed Shirley Temple of Magic is in the house today. Welcome along. Did I read your thing, Gavin? I think I did read your thing there. Okay. Good. Okay, let's do the Super Chat raffle, boys and girls. Let's run this today. All right, gang, it's the Super Chatter raffle. Thank you very much to anyone who sent a tip this week. And we do this all the time now. Every time they sent me a little tip of £1, I've given them a pink raffle ticket. Someone is about to win one of those. We also now have the Superchatters special jar. Look at this. You want one of these, don't you? For your breakfast things. Now, which camera? We might be better on number 4 for this. Let's have a look. Oh, why hasn't that changed? Why hasn't that changed? Oh, it's 3, isn't it? Sorry, 3. So 3. No. No, we'll do it on 1. We'll do it on 1. Okay. All right, here are all the tickets, as you can see, that you've been sending in. Okay. I'm going to give them a good stir. And thank you very much for the tips this week. Going to give them a good stir. Okay, I want you to watch. I want you to watch carefully so you can see there's no funny business. I will not be looking at the ticket jar when I pick the ticket out. I will while I'm turning it around so I don't see any jumping out like that. There's nothing in my hand, nothing up my sleeve or anything like that, okay? Perhaps I can hold it a little bit closer to you like that. All right. As you can see, we don't have as many as we do in the Monday raffle, but here we go. Good luck, everyone, boys and girls. Slopes, yeah, that's it. That's it, Mandy. Slopes. All right. Are you ready for a drum roll? Going to pick this out now, my darlings. Here comes the drum roll. How exciting. Here we go. Here we go. Right, here we go. I have 1 ticket for me here. 1 ticket, excellent. 1 ticket here. Here it is. Let's have a look. It's ticket number 122. Ticket number 122. And I know this person is going to be absolutely over the moon with this. It's Shania. Shania, you've won the clock. Ticket number 122. Shania, you saw it in front of you. No funny business going on here, my darlings. 122 is Shania. Are you with us, Shania? Now, these are not wasted. These will be going in our monthly super draw for a fridge magnet or a mug. Right, here we go. So, this is all the super draw tickets. We do this once a month at the end of the month. Anyone who's bought all the tickets go in here for both raffles. Okay, all the raffles tickets go in here for an extra one at the end of the month. So I'm going to put those in there. So you get another chance of winning something. All right, my darlings. There we are. And here we are. Congratulations, Shania. Is she here? I don't think she's here. Oh, what a shame she's not here. Peter had 118. Was anyone close with that? Was anyone with that? Wow, can't believe it. Now, that just goes to show, because I know, like, Sean Pye, I think he bought quite a few tickets, actually. And you just never know what ticket's going to come out. Funnily enough, is Michael with us today? Michael was saying, I'll have no chance of winning if I've just bought 2 tickets. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Well, you don't buy tickets. You send me a tip and I'll give you a free ticket. We're not allowed to sell tickets, but you know how it works, okay? So well done. Very pleased. She's not here. She's there! She's there! Well done, Shania. You've won, darling. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. I really thought Sean was going to win. I think it's Sean. Someone else bought 10 as well, or something like that. So, unlucky there, Sean. Sorry, mate. Luck of the draw. Luck of the draw. Okay, congratulations, Sean. Congratulations for buying your tickets, Sean. Sending your tips, Sean. I must get that right. Very important that I get that right. Otherwise, we'll be in trouble there. Peter says the vicar flows the collection plate money in the air. What is this vicar? People keep going on about vicars all the time. I don't know why they keep going on about vicars. All right, now, Shania, the box is ready. I don't think I've got any padded envelopes left. So, oh, hang on a minute. What's that up there? No, it's too small. I haven't got any of those left. So I think it will be coming in this reused Amazon box. Oh, yes, darling. Now, of course it's reused. Old Mick Davenport was moaning yesterday. Oh, don't he bleeding moan. But like what Mandy says, all I have to do when Mick starts moaning, yes, dear, no, dear, just like that. Moaning because he got his clock delivered in a recycled padded envelope. What's the problem? It's people like you. Greta Thunberg won't like you, Mick Davenport. You're one of those people that chucks things away as soon as you think they're out of use. No, years of wear left in that envelope. I hope you'll be using it to send something to someone. Greta Thunberg doesn't like people like you. Wasting your electric. I bet you even put the heating on when it's cold. Mustn't put the heating on unless it dips low. 10 degrees, minus 10 degrees centigrade is the only time you should put your heating on. Once a year mine goes on. 3rd of January. I look forward to it. Otherwise you get used to it. You've got nothing to look forward to. Don't put your heating on until one day in January, and then you will really feel the benefit for that. Okay. Let's come to some of your messages there, gang. I got 8 tickets. Waste of tips. Do you think so, Peter? You think that was a waste of tips? Do you think so? Do you think so? It's funny, you know, when I go to a restaurant or have a decent haircut and I think, yeah, I've enjoyed this, or, you know, they've done a good job, I'm happy to hand over money. I'm sorry that you don't feel the same way. But never mind. No way of returning the money. That mechanism doesn't exist in YouTube. Just remember that, gang. When you send stuff on YouTube, there isn't a mechanism to send something back. You know? That just doesn't exist, I'm afraid, all right? Where are we? Michael, I'm here and sad not winning a clock. Never mind, Michael. Maybe next time. John needs a clock for the van. You get one off eBay. Get a clock off eBay, John. About £2. But it won't have a picture of me on it. Won't have a picture of me on it, I'm afraid. All right. Shania's claimed the prize. Send an email. Thank you. I'm really pleased. Good. Nothing wrong with recycling. Park Nest. Absolutely. I do it all the time. I do it all the time, including in this old Amazon box. And don't worry, Shania. My address has been carefully removed. You know, we can't have people turning up here, dear. You'd have the door closed in your face. Now, Shania, can I let you into a little secret here, Shania? This is just between you and me. Mustn't go any. Please, other people, stop listening. Right? I have started looking. You're going to like this, right? Because years ago, there was an old lady who played the organ at church. Her name was Mary and Nellie. And I wanted her job. I'll be honest. You know how it is when you're a young person and you want to do what someone else is doing. I really wanted her job. But anyway, that's pretty irrelevant with this. Anyway, I went around their house one day. There were 3 sisters. There was Mary, Nellie, and another one. 2 of them are definitely gone, Mary and Nellie. And Nellie had the very, very powerful soprano voice. Really powerful. And Mary was playing the organ, and bless her heart, you know, as she got older, she was making more and more mistakes. But, you know, she was a lovely lady. I went round to their house once, and they had, in the corner of their rather overgrown garden, that's not to say it wasn't nice, because I like an overgrown garden. I like that. I like that. In the corner, she had a grotto. And there was a life-size Mary. I think there was a Jesus. I think there was a Joseph as well there. She had a grotto in her garden, I kid you not. And I've always remembered this. I've started looking for a life-size statue of Mary. I have. You can buy, but I don't really want a new one. You know, you can get a fiberglass one. You can, but I think I want a stone one. or a concrete one at least. I'm not sure that a fiberglass one would, of course, look almost perfect, I suppose. But that's not really what I'm after, and I can put it in the corner. I'd put it in the corner of my garden. Yeah, I've started looking for one of those. God knows how we'd transport one of these. I see in America, they do new ones. They do new ones in America. £2,500! I don't think so, darling. I'm happy to pay up to about 80 quid. I don't know where you'd find something like that. My friend Adam the plumber, of course, he's started looking for me. He's actually started looking for me. So we'll see where we come out with that. I'm not quite sure. I'd probably have to get... I would get someone to come in and put something like a base thing to put on there. No, I wouldn't try and do it myself. I could just hear you. Oh, but let's make this non-sexist. Because Rachel's been moaning this morning, hasn't she? Oh, she's been moaning. Oh, the moaning that goes on. Perhaps I could get another person rather than a man. Another person. But I mean, my preference would be for a young lad to come round and do it, sort of about 30. You know, oh, it's a bit hot today. Oh, just take your T-shirt off. I'm not Lloyd. You know, no one's looking at you in here. Oh, grab that T-shirt and smell under the armpits quickly. I think if someone put a concrete thing, I don't know, in bit of the garden just to put it on. Wouldn't need to be very big. I'd like that in my garden. Yeah, I would. Anyway, so I'm looking around for one of those at the moment. Let's just have a look. John's going to have a look. Thank you, John. Of course, the other point is transporting the damn thing and getting it into place, because I wouldn't be able to do that. Thank you. Shahid. Who is Shahid? Have we got someone called Shahid here? Where are we now? I don't see a Shahid. Sean's sending Shahid some stickers. I'll send you 4 stickers there, Shahid. And not only that, as you've sent me a super chat, you get 2 tickets for next week's prize. What is next week's prize? 240 and 241 for you there. 2 free raffle tickets for you there. Young Sean. Sean, may I ask, have you won the lottery? Sean's won the lottery. I'm sure Sean must have won the lottery at some point. There you go, Sean. 240 and 241. That starts off next week's Super Chatter raffle. What is the prize for next week's Super Chatters raffle? It is one of our brand new mugs. Now, these are not, they're nothing, I'll be honest, these are not nothing special. I'm not going to say to you, oh, this is worth 250 quid or something like that. It's bone china. These are just bog standard mugs, and they've got that printed on them. I wouldn't put them in the dishwasher. I've often found when you put stuff in there with pictures on it, it comes off eventually, not always at first. You can't quite see the black bit there. I wish I could remember where the buttons are. You can't quite see. Yes, you can. You can just about see that. It's a little bit blurred out there. But in the black bit, and although it hasn't come out that well, that it says, I'm a Chris Reardon winner and UK lockdown 2020. There's only about... Well, there's a few of them made, but once they're gone, they'll be gone, okay? So that's what it says in that black bit that you can't quite see that. As I get closer, it blurs out, unfortunately. And it's the same on... I don't know if I can focus it. Do you want me to try and focus it or not? I'll try and focus it. Hang on, let's go back over there. Let's see if I can adjust something there. Oh, where's the damn button there? Is it that one? That one there. Let me try and focus this for you. It means that I've got to adjust something. It's because I've got so close to the camera, you see. That's a bit dark there, isn't it? Configure video. Advanced. Where is it here now? Maybe if I turn the gain up a bit. Let's try that. No. Yes, that's better, isn't it? There you go. You can see that a little bit better now. I know, awful now, don't I? UK lockdown 2020. And on the other black bit there, it says, I'm a Chris Reardon winner. So there we are. Let's just put that back down there. Okay. So that's what this is. So 2-4 and 2-4 Rachel there. Couple of tips from Rachel. 2-4-2 and 2-4-3 for you there, Rachel. Just give my mouth a rest for a moment or two there. There you go. 242 and 243 for young Rachel. This is for next week's... sorry. There we are. 242, 243 for Rachel. That's for next week's Super Chatters raffle, which of course will be on Thursday again. So I hope you like these. All right, just something to have. You can also win one of those either on the bingo as the main prize from this Sunday. Okay, you can choose for the bingo that or a T-shirt or some other stuff. I can't remember what else it is now. Also for the Super Chatters raffle next week, and also we'll put one of those in for the super draw, which happens at the end of the month. Okay, who made your mugs? Oh, I can't remember now. Can't remember. Someone in Bradford. Someone in Bradford it was. Someone in Bradford. All right. My name always sets off the autocorrect, does it? Oh, is that what it is? Oh, I beg your pardon. Right. Okay. So, couple of things for Shania there. Right. A couple of stickers for Shania as well. Well, that's handy. I won't have to spend an extra postage. Well, I'll put it in with a clock. So let me do those now. Couple of tickets for the lovely Shania. There you are, darling. All right. I'll put those in with that clock. Put those there. So I won't forget those. I do hope your dad will be putting one of them on his bin lorry. I'll be very pleased if that happens. Put them on the bin lorry there. All right? Okie doke. Right, we've got some more stories there. Don't forget, we've still got the raffle tickets to give out for our raffle on Monday this week. Mortgage. Anyone having trouble with a mortgage at the moment? I know some people are. I don't know if any of you are. But in the Sun today, mortgage payments holidays are set to be extended. Of course, there are a lot of people at the moment are getting no money in. But Rishi Sunak, is that how you say his name? Rishi Sunak, who's the bloke in charge of all the money in the country, plans to ease financial strain on British people. I thought you might want to know this, just in case you're having trouble with the old money at the moment and you've got a mortgage. Mortgage payment holidays are reportedly set to be extended by several months as Rishi Sunak plans to ease financial pressure on the British people. Some £1.7 million payment freezes have been granted so far, according to banking trade body UK Finance, accounting for 1 in 7 of UK mortgages. So that's quite high. The regulator have both confirmed they're looking at what will happen once mortgage payment holidays end in June. I think they're a little bit worried about that, to be honest. With some suggesting freezes could last up to 18 months. But now the Chancellor is formally drawing up plans to extend the period for those who are still struggling financially, reports the Financial Times. So that's good news. According to the paper, ministers are under pressure to extend the scheme potentially for another 3 months to give borrowers the chance to delay payments without impacting their credit record. So excellent news there. What I would say to you on that... And I'm quite up with money things and all that sort of business. What I would say to you is that if you can afford to keep paying it, keep paying it. Don't take the holiday just because it's there and start spending the money on something else. You can get into terrible trouble doing that, not legally, with your own finances. You know, just because they've said you've got a three-month holiday from a mortgage, don't then hang on to that money and spend it on a holiday when we can eventually go on holiday again. That would be a mistake. I think you'll find you're making a mistake doing that. So if you can afford to keep paying that mortgage, just keep paying it, even if it means cutting back on something else, you know, like buying your wife gifts, for example, or your husband's. Come to that. You know, don't buy them any more gifts. I mean, do they really appreciate it? That's the question. You know, you have to ask them that, darling. Okay. Peter Paliwoda. Do you know, I think you're quite far behind, actually, on the stream. I noticed You're commented on stuff that we've done ages ago. Have a look at my clock there, Peter. Is it what's the difference in time to my clock to where you is now in minutes? So are you 10 minutes behind that, or you know, look at my clock and then look at the time where you are. What's the difference? Because you're commenting on stuff we did quite a long time ago. I think you might have joined the stream somewhere else. All right. Yes, the bingo prize, Fran. We'll do that as a main prize bingo thing there as well. Okay, thanks, Peter. Jason's paying his full mortgage, £300 of it. I've got mortgages. You know when my mum and dad died, I put it all in property, and I chipped away at the mortgages all these years. I just kept chipping away at them. Some of them were really low now. You wouldn't believe it. I won't tell you the figures. And talking about holiday, excellent. Mick's bills are all paid. Is still saving £200 to £300 a month. Excellent, Mick. Brilliant. Keep saving. Always save if you can save it. I've done that all my life. My father taught me that, to always save for what I wanted. I'm probably I don't know about you, Mick, but I'm probably too far that way. I save more than I spend, and I've always worried about buying anything. Seriously. I hum and I ha. I'm terrible. Unless it comes to like presents for little children, you know, my great nieces and nephews, or indeed my nephews and niece. With them, that's a different thing altogether. You know, if they say, I'd like this for my birthday, I won't, the price, I don't kind of look at the price. That's it. I just buy it. For myself, terrible. Look at that chair. For 3 years, I kept going into John Lewis and testing this chair out. 3 years. And it's not a joke. You ask my mate. 3 years I was going in there testing this chair out. LaBelle's way off with the timing of the show. I don't think you are, LaBelle, because you've just replied to what I said, and that was only 2 minutes ago. So I don't think you're way off there, my darling. You're quite with us there. You're quite with us. Peter Paliwoda's still got his coronation mug from 1953. That's not sad. You know it won't be worth anything. There were probably millions of them produced then. It's a nice thing to have. You know, you don't have to sort of get something and hold on to it just because it's going to increase in value. Sometimes you buy things and they're just nice to have. Do you know what I mean? It's like some of these people, they dig up beautiful coins and things like that. Some of them are like, yeah, look how beautiful this is. And then the bloke says, oh, have you had it valued? Well, no, not really. I just like to have it. That's how I would be. I wouldn't be looking at something, oh, what's that worth? What's that? You know, get money all the time. Get all the time. All they're concerned about is blooming money. Some things are nice to just have there. They really are. Jason's saving a lot as well. Excellent. Home from work, not back until the 1st of July. Okey-doke. If you wanted to go on holiday, well, you might be able to do EasyJet. In the Daily Mail today, EasyJet will resume domestic flights in Britain, France and Spain from June the 15th, with all passengers and crew told to wear face masks. Now, the face mask thing, I've got one of those 3M ones now. I think it's an N95, right, that my nephew and his wife sent down for me as a gift. And I have to say, I haven't been happy wearing masks. But I had it on in Lidl yesterday, and actually I think I've got used to it now. I've actually got used to it. It's not as bad as it was. I hated this thing on my face like that. Oh, I hated it. Hated that. But I've kind of got used to it now. There was a thing on the telly this morning. Now, where was this? They were. I think it was in another country. Anyway, so this woman's got, the bloke's got the mask on, same as me, you know, over there and over there, right? This woman's got a mask on, right? It's only over her mouth. I mean, why bother? It's not over her nose at all. It's just over her mouth like that, and her nose. I don't understand people. Anyway, EasyJet announced today it will resume flights to some airports in Britain, France and Spain from June the 15th, with all passengers and crew told to wear face masks. The low-cost carrier, which has been grounded since late March, said it would likely operate domestic flights only between 22 airports, with more routes added when they become viable. In the UK, the initial cities include Gatwick, who I think Gatwick are struggling for money. I think the actual airport, you see, if the planes aren't flying in and out and there's no one going through, they're not making any money. And it costs an awful lot of money to run an airport, I would imagine. Initial cities: Gatwick, Bristol, Birmingham, Liverpool, Newcastle, Edinburgh, Glasgow, Inverness and Belfast. On the continent, they will go from Paris, Barcelona and Geneva. As part of the new safety and hygiene measures, passengers and crew will be required to wear masks on board aircraft. There will be no food sold during flights, enhanced cleaning of planes and disinfection wipes and hand sanitizer made available to all the passengers. This isn't going away, is it? This is not going to go away soon, is it? In addition, customers will be asked to scan their own passports and boarding documents to avoid staff having to touch them. Well, I quite like to be touched by one or two of the staff, to be honest. You know, I'm very disappointed I'm not going to be touched anymore. While social distancing will be enforced on planes where seats are available. So I presume they will take out a seat, although I personally don't think that makes an awful lot of difference. A number of other airlines have announced tentative plans to ramp up their operations. So Ryanair plans to restore 40% of its flights from July the 1st. BA due to make a meaningful return to service in the same month. So that will be interesting. It doesn't say there whether you've got to take your own mask or they will give you one. So interesting there, because presumably, you know, a lot of people won't have these things. And it doesn't matter, you know, people who don't take any notice of the news, and there's plenty of them on there, will still turn up to, you know, not knowing whether or not they'd have a mask. I would turn up with a mask. Personally, I have my head screwed on here, you know. Don't need to be told not to turn up. I might turn up with a mask and then they give you one anyway. That's okay, but I'm prepared for that. A lot of people don't prepare for things. They need to be told. They need to be held hand. I mean, you've only got to see when they have these little chats every afternoon. The ridiculous questions that people ask. Stupid people. I've got a lung condition. Can you tell me, how does it work if I get on a bus? I wouldn't need to ask that question. I simply wouldn't be getting on a bus. End of. And no doubt they'd come back with, well, I can't travel around any other way. I said, well, get on the bus, put a mask on and take the risk. But I don't want to take a risk. Well, don't get on the bus then. These people have to be, you have to hold their hands through their sad, lonely, pathetic lives because they're too thick to work it out in their own heads. Oh, God's sake. And they say they don't want a nanny state. Oh, we don't want a nanny state, but how do I do this? Oh, dear, it gets me. It really does, time after time. Peter saved a lot of money. Peter Wright saved a lot of money. I'll do your surnames as well because we've got two Peters there, all right? Mick goes to Costco. Now, I've been to Costco a couple of times, Mick. I have to say, you have to know your prices, though, when you go there, don't you? Because it's not always cheaper. I've noticed that. If the supermarket have got a deal on, like a buy two, get one free or something like that, then sometimes it can be cheaper to buy stuff at the supermarket. Good example is baked beans. And the prices change. My sister's got a card. It may have been Costco or something like that. And she rang me one day. She said, oh, we've just been in so-and-so. The baked beans are X amount of price. Do you want me to get some next time? And like, yes. So the next time she went and she rang up, she said, oh, the beans have gone up. What are they now? And she told me the price. Well, it was cheaper to buy the 4 cans for £1.50 at Asda. You have to know your prices going at Costco. It's not always cheaper. In fact, Steve Allen, who is my top talk show host on LBC, I rarely listen to him now, simply because he's on very late, very early in the morning. He's like on in the morning at 4 a.m. I used to listen to the podcast. I can't be bothered to play the damn thing, you know what I mean? So he's very good, and he says that as well. You need to know your price. It's not always cheaper to go into these places like Costco. All right. Banks owe us King's ransom for 2005. Forget it, Peter Paliwoda. Forget it, mate. That's not coming back, is it? Once they've got the cash, they hang on to it. A little bit like myself, to be honest. It's about £1.50 a block. Is it insane? Is it really, Fran? £1.50 a block in Tesco's. Gosh. 10:26 where Peter is. Yeah, you're about 10 minutes behind us all, Peter, I think. What you could do is try refreshing the page in the address bar. I don't know what you're on with. If you're on a computer, refresh the page in your address bar. Or if you're on an app, perhaps close the app completely, then reopen it and you might be up. But your time should be within sort of 30 seconds of the clock on the back wall. That's how you know whether you're with us almost identically. You have to remember, for me to come to you takes about anywhere between 10 and 20 seconds. So you're seeing me 10 to 15 seconds after I've spoken. This is why you find I've moved on to a story and you're still sending messages in from the last story, because it's not instant. There's no delay. I haven't switched a delay on or anything. That's just how it is on doing stuff on the internet. I think it would be different on Zoom. It would be like instant. I'd be saying something, then you'd type yes, and that would be the answer to my question. But sometimes by the time you've sent a message through, 30 seconds has passed. That's if you're with us at the same time. If you're 10 minutes behind everyone else, then you're talking about something that happened 10 minutes ago. And so often I've moved on so far, I can't remember what the hell I was talking about in the first place. All right. So Peter's 9 minutes behind. Wow. 9 minutes behind there. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so give that a go and see how we go. Shania, are you watching Ascension Mass from your church this evening? Yes, indeed. 7:30, Shania. We've got one going on at the St. Joseph's in Bracknell. I think that's on now. Yes, that's actually on now by the looks of it. Is he on now? It's a bad picture. Gosh, what's wrong with that? I don't know yet. Oh, bless. The picture looks like it's frozen for Father Danny. Why is it? No, he's kind of moving, but nothing's happening. Why is this? Oh, I think he's got technical trouble. He's having technical trouble, so he's paused. Oh, he's actually stopped the match. I would... Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I think over at St. Joseph's in Bracknell, I think he's got a phone just in front of him, which is, you know, is the best he can do. That's it. Up at Wokingham, they've got some sort of decent setup going on there. I can't wait to get back there to ask what he had set up there, to be honest. Oh, what have I done there? What on earth did I do then? Hang on a minute. I've just clicked something and lost everything. Oh, dear. Go live. Where's that manage thing? Manage. There it is. Is that it there? Just lost everything in front of me there. That's better. That's better there. Mick gets... Oh, hang on a minute. Ah! Now everything's working now. Everything's working now. Excellent. I can see everything that I should be able to see now. Excellent. May join us tonight. Well, I'll see you at 7:30. I'll put it up on YouTube as well. Anyone who's interested in that, that'll be on my Religious Music and Hymns channel. If you're wondering where that is, just look where this text box is. Make the picture a bit smaller. Look for featured channels. Religious Music and Hymn, that's one of mine. So just click on there. That's 7:30 tonight, and I'll be showing the Mass live from Wokingham there. All right. Yeah, he looks like he's having technical difficulties there, bless him. He's a lovely priest, he has. He's not very well. He smokes a lot. He's smoking and smoking and smoking all his time. How did Peter Paliwoda do? Is he done any good now? Completely close the app, Peter, and reopen it again and see how you do. James Humble helping you there as well. Good morning, James. Good. LaBelle, you don't want to hold my hand? Of course I want to hold your hand, LaBelle. You know that, my love. Okay. Gemma Collins. It says she looks... This is in the sun. Gemma Collins looks slimmer than ever in a white bikini. Well, I'm looking. I'm sorry, no. Gemma, 39, wore the seat. Why does she worry about her weight so much? I mean, why not just be happy being a bit curvy? It's no problem, is it? It's how you are, how you perceive yourself. If you're not happy being fat, then do something about it. If you're happy being fat, fine, stay like it. It's up to you, isn't it? You know, I'm not happy being the way I am at the moment. I'm up about 1.5 stone. I'd like to lose, but that's just me. It's entirely up to the person. But when they put in the paper, you know, that it looks so much thinner, and then you look at the paper and you think, no, she doesn't. You know, she must just sit in her little room firing off these press releases all the time. That must be her entire life, sending out press releases, isn't it? It says the popular reality star continued to wow her fans. She's not wowing me, darling. In her outfit, which she showed off her recent 3-stone weight loss. She wore the see-through piece of cream bikini set for an Instagram snap and captioned it, lovely over a bikini or with a vest underneath. Her followers were quick to praise the businessman who was slimming down during the lockdown. One fan simply wrote, wow. Gemma's been sharing her weight loss journey with fans over recent weeks. Well, I'm sorry, I just can't see it. I'm looking. Radiating confidence. The blonde took her Instagram over the weekend to urge all her followers that just because they're inside doesn't stop them from being glam. As you can see here, glam. 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 The former Towie star looked stunning in an off-the-shoulder summer top with tiny form, flattering blue and white horizontal. It's funny, I don't think they have a picture of her in this bit. There. Oh, there it is. Oh no. Oh, I've just seen it. Oh my God, blimey. Well, it's not for me to look at. That's all I'm saying. She thinks that looks good. Well, whatever. Oh well, I think I'll close that story down. I don't really want to read that anymore. But no, I think she's seeing something that's not really there. Right. Chris isn't cold. Actually, I'm not cold at all, LaBelle. I'm not cold. But you have to be very careful doing these shows that people always trying to get one over on you. Not you, darling. People are always trying to get one over you and moaning. You can't let that affect what you're doing. You can't. You can't let it affect what you're doing. Otherwise, there's no show. To sit here, and I've said time and time again, to sit here and just read out messages is not a show. That is not a show. A show is reading out stuff and trying to make it interesting for people to watch. Peter turned the iPad off and it's still 11 minutes behind. I don't know, mate. I don't know. Type into Google, perhaps. Good morning, Adrian. Adrian Richardson there. Morning, Adrian. Try and perhaps Google it, my darling. Perhaps if you Google it, that might be able to help you there. I don't know why you're 11 minutes behind everyone else. All right. William Nicholson is there. Good morning, William. You're new, aren't you? Welcome along to the show, young William. All right. Hello to you. Okie doke. Let's do the raffle tickets. Next raffle is on Monday. Our regular Monday raffle is happening between sort of 9 and 11 o'clock on Monday. I'm now going to give out the raffle tickets for this. If you'd like one, please speak now. Remember, take a note of your raffle tickets. You must take a note of your raffle tickets, because when we do the Monday raffle, I don't read the name out. It's up to you to claim the prize. Okay? And if no one claims the prize doesn't go out. From next Monday, you will be able to ask for a raffle ticket for the raffle on Monday only while the show is live. At any time, by email or by text message, any time during the show, or, as most of you do anyway, at the end of the show at this point when I say who wants a raffle ticket. So, here we go. Who wants a raffle ticket? Jason Hughes, straight in there. 212 for Jason Hughes. Shania, 213. Mick, 214. Diane, 215. Fran says, turn the volume down while he sings. Sorry? How rude. Oh, hang on. I've gone down too far. John Aiken sitting there all quietly, 216. Adrian, 217. Rachel, 218. Claire, 219. Oh, I haven't shown you my garden yet, have I? Oh, for Christ. I've got a video of the garden here coming up in a minute. Claire, 219. Peter, 220. I've got a video of the garden to show you in a second, all right? Don't go. Peter Wright, was it? Peter Wright, 220. 221, Sean Pye. William Nicholson, 222. William, I think you're new. Where are you, William? 222. 223, Fran. Michael Lawrence, 224. Ross Herndine, 225. There's Ross. Colin K, 226. Jason, done that. Thank you, Jason. Andy, 227. Maureen, 228. Where are we? Tony King, 229. Tony King. Andy, 230. Oh, you're in Edinburgh. Lovely. Oh, lovely. Oh, the buildings up in Edinburgh. You ever get a chance to go up there and just have a look at the buildings around, in the town centre, in the city centre? Amazing. Fantastic buildings they got up there. Peter Paliwoda. 231. Yeah, Michael Pullman's helping you there. All right. Okay, I think that's all the raffle tickets. If I've forgotten you, please speak now. And while you're speaking, if I've forgotten you, I'll keep an eye on the messages there. I'd like to show you a little picture or a little video of the garden I made earlier. First of all, though, I've been doing a bit of slow cooking. I've made one of my campfire stews overnight, which went on. Actually, it's been cooking about 12 hours now, which is a bit longer than normal, but it doesn't matter. You just keep it bubbling quietly out there. So here is my slow cooker. That's where I do it, you see. And I close that, so the gate would be closed. Okay, let's just come back to you there. The gate would be closed there, so that people obviously can't come in into my house, and I'll push the door closed because there's an extension wire going outside it. That's why I do my slow cooking if there's a lot of spices involved. And the reason, the house doesn't fill up with the smell of spices then. Perhaps you've been into someone's house and they do a lot of spicy food or something like that. I don't, when you wake up in the middle of the night and all you can smell is, I don't know, chili or cumin or paprika or something like that. I don't like that. I like a nice, clean smelling, fresh air sort of smell. I don't like sleeping with all that smell of spices. So I actually do it outside in that little porch. But it's protected from the elements in case it rains and there's a thing. But I'll tell you what, so that's campfire stew there. Let's run that again now. And I can show you the video. I'm talking live over this time. All right, let's have a look there. There we go. Okay. That's my campfire stew all in there. Right, here's the garden then. That's looking down the end of the path. I've done it all in one shot. I was going to put bits and pieces together there. I've done it in one shot. John Aitken, you got 216, John. 216 for John. Right, can you see the lilies there in the middle? So these are the lilies that I've split up from last year in various places. This is the communal area. I do not own this piece of land, okay? But I kind of look after it. I look after bits and pieces and I put in things. Some more lilies there. You see, not sure if those ones are going to flower. There's a rhododendron. That one is not flowering. I don't know why. It should be a red one. You can see one red flower, that flowered there. And there's no buds. I don't know why that is. I put that one in and I put this one in as well. Beautiful little pink flowers on there. Aren't they lovely? Come in a little bit closer there. So this is the communal area there. Okay. Feeds a family of 6, that thing. And see, they're the everlasting geraniums, the little pink flowers. They never die. They're always there and they're very prolific in that whole area. Isn't it beautiful? Can you see that there? That's a horse chestnut tree. I grew that from a conker and I put it there some years ago now. So that's coming up there. We've got some more lilies hidden under one of the bushes here. Can you see if you can spot them there? That's a Labinia, or I can't remember what that's, where the little yellow chandelier type lights are. And there we are, but we get to see the lilies there. Can you spot them? See if you can see those, Claire. There they are, look, hiding there. That one looks like it probably will flower there. Okay. That meal will last us that's about 8 or 9 meals in that big thing there. That's my main lot of lilies. Now, they are the 3 pots I split up last year. And as you can see, I think they need splitting up again. I'm not quite sure what they are, but they're like sort of giant buttercup type effect type things there. Beautiful. Yeah, about 7, 8, 9 meals there, Jason. Okay. There was a lot of garlic in there as well. More lilies that are split up from last year, growing in a pot. That's a hydrangea. That was a cutting last year. Don't think that's going to flower this year. There's no buds on that yet. That'll probably come back next year. Coming around the back of my large lilies. And they are very, very heavy, especially when you've watered them. You wouldn't be able to nick those. I mean, I think you'd need 3 people to try and lift one of those up. They are very, very heavy. That's something I took a cutting of. You remember that bush I showed you in the corner yesterday? I said it had white and red blotches on. That's a cutting from that. More lilies there. Oh, look at that. Don't you like those? Bleeding hearts. Beautiful little things they are. John's got peacock orchids. Are they outside? I know you can get outside hardy orchids. I know that. Geranium there in the middle. Those 3 wooden things, there's actually 5 wooden things. You can't see them through all the growth that's going. Got them from Aldi some time ago. I think those yellow things are cornflowers. Not sure about those cornflowers. All right. You think that was a Californian poppy? I don't know what it is, to be honest. This is the front of my house. Now, this is the area I adopted. I mowed down all the branches. It's not my land. And I started putting in loads of shrubs. And as you can see, I like them to grow wild. When they first went in, I kept going around and putting out weeds to give them a chance. Now they've taken hold. Don't have to do that. Can you see there's a gap there? Right. Well, that's where the brambles are normally. And once or twice a year, I go round the outside and I push them back again. Otherwise, they'll take over again. All right. A couple of pots here as well. There's my fuchsia. That comes back every year. That's in a pot. I like bleeding hearts. They're beautiful, aren't they? There's a little shadow of me and my shadow. Now, here is my very large hydrangea that has been in there now for a few years. The thing with hydrangeas, do not cut them back, right? Look at the size of that now. It's enormous. Look at it, it's bigger than the wheelie bin. Do not cut back hydrangeas. They won't flower. You won't kill them, but they won't flower. That was an azalea there, that little pink thing. You can walk round it because I've... as I say, I keep the brambles back so you can walk round it. Another rhododendron there, pink one there. Now look at this. Now this is a kiwi growing thing. It's kiwis, right? It's never flowered, but it doesn't matter. And it's gone right up the wall there. It doesn't actually cling to the wall. What's happened is somehow it managed to get up there. And there is a hanging basket at the top there, which you can't see. And it's grabbed hold of that. And that's what it's growing up. That's a monkey tree. That's about 3 years old now. My mate bought me that as a gift. And that's growing really well. Very, very spiky. You do yourself some damage on that. Another rhododendron there. That's a white one that I put in. It's a little bit whited out the flower with the light on there. I'll get a bit closer. There you go. Isn't that pretty? The little petals there. A closer look now. You can see how sharp that's really sharp. That monkey tree is really sharp. Okay. No one walks past my house. It's blocked off at the end there with various plants. Here's a jasmine going up the front of the house. Look at this again. It's been there a few years. Someone was saying, yes, I think it was Jason actually, saying a few years that I had some saying that the plants were very large, but that's because they've been there a few years. I decorate the top of that there. I've got hanging baskets. These are 3 years old now. And they keep coming back. Their geraniums haven't quite flowered yet, but they will flower again. Here's some of the tiles I put on the wall. Now, those have been on there some time. And they stuck perfectly all right. So I don't know why the 3 that I put up there the other day haven't come off. Again, little birds. My mate bought me those from somewhere he was on holiday. They're like 3D things and that, you know. That you see, that's where the tiles came off. They were up there. There were 3 of them. There were 3 of them up there and they just came off. I think it's because I used internal instead of external gluing stuff, whatever it's called. And there you go. 3D birds. I've got butterflies as well, which you'll see in a moment. There's 3 of them. A couple of them, they're kind of getting hidden now behind some of the growth. Check out my that's what you want on your front door. Look at that. Stop them blooming knocking all the time. They do get my nerves, people. Look, do you like that? You need one of those on your front door. They don't knock anymore. Not even the Jehovah's Witnesses. Yeah, the monkey trees go very, very big. They do, Rachel. But, I mean, they're slow growing. They're very slow growing. There's my butterflies on the wall there. And coming back here. There you go. See, Mandy? Look, I've got one and all. I've got 3 big pots there, which do really well. They're growing very, very tall there. Can you see how I'm doing the video there? Oh, that's not quite filling the screen, is it? Why is that? I don't know why that's not filling the screen. Or is it? Hang on a minute. No. Has that picture suddenly got smaller there? Isn't that strange? And from the side. Okay. And that is my front garden and the communal bit there, which I took it upon myself to do there. There we are. That wasn't filling the screen there. Was it filling the screen at the beginning? How strange. Maybe that's because the pictures weren't. I don't know why that is. Good. Glad you like that. Claire, beautiful rhododendrons. There's a lot there, and I still put stuff in there. As stuff gets too big in this garden, I put it in the communal bit. Why chuck it away? And it changes the flora. You know, it's all very well having all these brambles and ferns anywhere, but there are no flowers. So you do get flowers coming up at various times, and I'll do some pictures when we get flowers there. Glad you like that. It's lovely to hear the birds singing, isn't it? And there's a lot of nests out there. I watch the birds flying in and out of the trees, making their little houses where they live. I love it. Lots of tits, little grey and yellow things. Lots of tits flying around there. LaBelle, oh, she doesn't need her allergy. We're too much greenery. Oh, no. I'd much rather live in the country than in a city. I couldn't live in, like, New York or London again. Oh, sod that. No, thank you very much. Diane likes it there. Diane loves the bleeding hearts. They really are. Pretty, aren't they? Rachel wants to jump through the screen and walk through. You can walk through there. Yeah. Where else are we? William, come up to Gargunnock in Stirling. See huge collection of rhododendrons. Well, we do have them actually growing wild around here. Big purple ones. There's a load of them. And funnily enough, where in the forest where I walk, there's a path that I've discovered, and it's got them either side of the path, and I'm waiting for those to flower, and I'll get a couple of pictures of that. While I'll go over there today for my. Have I got to go anywhere? Oh no, I've got to go down to the delivery office today. Yes, to get rid of Shania's parcel, to get the clock off to Shania. She'll get very upset if I don't do that quickly. What is it, Thursday? Oh, you might get it tomorrow, Shania. It depends whether I can get it in that post. I'll take it to the post office. There you go. I'll put my mask on and take it to the post office for you. All right, my love. So hopefully you'll get that tomorrow. Okay. All right, gang. Let's do today's birthdays, boys and girls. Happy birthday on this. What is it today? Thursday, the 21st of May, 2020, to John Moore, otherwise known as Mrs. Moore, top London drag queen. It's DJ as well. Happy birthday, John. 48 years old. How did you manage to get to that, my darling? With all that drinking. Happy birthday, John. 48 today. Tom Lingard today is 25 years old. Happy birthday, Tom. Millind Shah is 29 years old today. Happy birthday to you. Joanne McGivney is 43 years old. Sherree Link, I think, didn't you do something on a radio station? Sherree, I'm sure you did. 51 years old today. Happy birthday, Sherree. Lynn Levitt is 60 today. Jason Winter's birthday as well. And also Gordon Haley's birthday. Happy birthday, boys and girls. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Thanks very much for your emails requesting things like raffle tickets and stuff like that. I notice Peter's been shouting about one of his emails. I can't instantly put a photograph on here, Peter. If you send it during the show, it goes on next week's show, right? It's very, it's a bit clunky the way, because it's on a different computer. So I have to go from one to the other, open the program and stop it. So if you ever send a photo in, I can't do it unless I do it while I'm doing something else. All right? So that'll be hopefully on tomorrow's show. Thank you very much, Peter. If you've got anything you want to send in, pictures, little videos, anything like that, send them through, gang. Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, and I'll be very, very pleased to show them on the show in exchange for a few likes. Don't forget, we've got the new prizes, gang. Bingo prize for Sunday night. Those of you that play the bingo, if you're not on the bingo list, I'm really sorry. The system is completely full up. I can't put anyone else on the list. But you might also win one of those, perhaps on the monthly super draw, or indeed the Super Chatters raffle. Okay? Have a lovely day. Thanks very much for watching and listening to the show. I'll see you again tomorrow morning, somewhere around the same time, all right? Cheerio now.